Back in the day, when one caveman said to another, I'm better than you, we'll prove it. You couldn't go out and buy a flash car, you couldn't put on an Armani suit, see that rock, see if you can pick it up. You can't do it, I'm better than you, I can. Basic, mate.
This week I'm back in the UK to immerse myself in the world of British strongman. I've come to Steve Winter's gym in Kent, the Ministry of Muscle, to find out exactly what it takes.
Any of the 3 iron disciplines you can train for here.
And is the 3 iron disciplines being?
Powerlifting, strongman, bodybuilding. Let's have a look round and see what you want to do.
What's this thing?
This is the main piece of equipment for powerlifting.
What's that?
This is the monolift. Well, Gene will demonstrate. Gene is a world champion at powerlifting in the 52 kilo class.
52 kilo
world champion.
We initially started up the old gym. We were business partners and partners, but we're kind of not partners as in personal partners anymore. But we're just quite good friends, and we just kind of spend most of our time together anyway. Really.
Yeah.
A bit weird.
Well, Gina weighs 52 kilos, and she's squatted at the world 175. So that is like 4.
That's over twice my body weight.
It's more than twice her, 3 times her body weight.
That's incredible.
I mean, what I lift is the equivalent of having Steve on my back. So you can't be scared of it, because obviously if I picked him up and was scared, he'd
But
squash
to
me.
be special, you've got to push, you've got to go to them boundaries, you've got to do stuff other people don't want to do, and that's what makes you a champion. When you're dead and you're forgotten, your lifts will still be being talked about. My coach, Steve Zatlowski, died 5 years ago. He was a world champion in that. Look at us now, I'm still mentioning his name. You get remembered. It's what any man can want in life, is to be remembered, have his name carry on after he's gone. You know, people look up to you and talk about you with dignity and pride. And it's inspirational.
On his tour of the gym, it's not difficult to notice that Steve has plenty of equipment you wouldn't find at your average fitness first. Unusual it may be, but it's exactly what the strongmen need to train with.
That is a 20-year-old, 12-ton fire engine. I'll see you down that end. See? Moving it. I'll just get a stopwatch, or maybe I need a calendar. They call this the duck walk. You've got to lift it and then walk like a duck. Oh, Viking axes.
I saw a picture of you with these.
Yeah. Back in Viking times, medieval times, before the law became so refined it was totally ruined, if you was convicted of a crime, you could ask for trial by strength. If you could hold them out for longer than a minute, it's obviously God was on your side, you was a righteous man. You could get away free. And away we go. Everything in life you've got to pay for. And down here, you pay in pain. That which does not kill you makes you stronger. Great example, here we go, look. Come on! Didn't do very good at school. The school I went to wasn't a breeding ground for academic success. It was more some place to keep people while they was at a young age out of the way. If you speak to a youngster nowadays, he might not have a job. He might not have, what do you do? I don't do nothing. If you speak to another youngster, he goes, well, I go to the gym 3 times a week, I'm right into my training, you know, I understand being fit and healthy. Straight away, you've got an interest. That helps big time. When people have got nothing in their life, mischief starts happening, you know, there's no route they're taking.
Do you think your size intimidates people?
Put me in normal clothes with a shirt on, I don't really look any different to anybody else. Yeah, when I take my top off, then of course.
Do you mind if I just like...
No, not at all. I'm not one of these guys that will take his top off on the beach or
Do you think
I just wear a t-shirt.
Is it a little bit too boastful, do you think?
In the States, people always come up to you and praise you for your hard work and your physique. Yeah. In this country, they'd far rather hurl abuse at you.
When I first started and I was 11 stone, all I wanted was to be able to walk in a room and everyone look at me. My God, that's magnificent. When I actually attained it, I actually hated it. I'd go out in summer wearing a jumper so people couldn't see because it got too much. And I didn't want it then.
Our sport is very visual. They see a body that looks abnormal insofar as it carries a lot of muscle. So they kind of put 2 and 2 together and make 10. But bodybuilding isn't mainstream and it never will be.
Why do you think that is? Do you think there's a wrong perception of it from the public?
Yeah, most people think it's all to do with drugs. When if they delved a little bit deeper into other sports, they'd realise that most sports are to do with performance enhancers.
I've always said it depends on what you've got to gain. There's a lot of guys in standard gyms around the country that will be taking gear. And I say to them, why are you doing that just to walk down the street? You know, you're putting your heart, your liver, your kidneys, all your internal organs at risk for the sake of looking good in a T-top. It doesn't weigh off. But at the same time, if you want my honest opinion, you put me in Ben Johnson's place. You know, you're one of the fastest men in the world. Win this race, you're the fastest man in the world. You're a made man for life. I think a lot of people would struggle to turn that down.
You take a paracetamol, that's altering your body chemistry, that's fixing something, it's a medical advance. That's considered normal behaviour in society. But taking something to improve your performance in the gym is frowned upon. What's the difference?
People should realise that it is quite a small part of what we do. Nothing takes away from the hard work and the dedication. You know, when you're doing 2 hours of cardio a day, training with weights for an hour a day, you're on low calories. You've hardly got the effort to even get off out of the chair. Even showering is an effort.
After plenty of talk, it's time to put my money where my mouth is. Steve won't let me leave without personally putting me through my paces, and although I'm no stranger to a regular workout, something tells me I ain't seen nothing yet. Bit unique. Got it, yeah. Right, gym attire. A little bit nervous about training with Steve.
Shall we? Yeah. This way, gentlemen, please. What we're going to do, Tom, we're going to do some bodybuilding training.
Yeah.
We're going to train our shoulders, first of all. We'll go through shoulders, yeah? It's going to be painful, it's going to be hard, it's going to be an eye-opener.
Alright.
With bodybuilding, it's not about the weight you lift, it's how you use it. Okay. Yeah? You don't get the biggest spanner, you get the spanner that fits. 1. Come on. 2. Let's go a bit fast, just lock out. Come on, lock your arms out. Press. 1. Lock out at the top. 2. 3. It's easy, this. We've only done 2 sets. 15. Feels good, doesn't it? 16. 17. Happy days. That's that. Come on. 1. 2. 3. 4. A lot of people when they come into the gym, they want to be comfortable. If you want to be comfortable, sit on your sofa at home. 10. 11. Come on. 12. 13. 14. 19. 20. We're daisy. Come on, happy days, put them back, let's get going. It's like a public toilet, you don't want to spend too much time in there, you get a bad name. 1, 2, keep yourself straight. 11. Like medicine, it doesn't taste nice, but it does the job. 8, all day long we do this. 9, come on, up, done. Good stuff. Nice working with you. I knew I could be good at this. I put the effort in, it worked for me, and I progressed. So if I'm progressing, I want to go to the top, don't I? I don't want to be halfway there, that's no good. If you want to be rich, you want to be the richest. You just want to be, I'm all right, you know? The same with strength. If you're good at it, it pulls you in, it draws you along.
We forget being in this gym because there's Steve and Paul and some of the strongmen and some of the powerlifters. you forget actually that that's not normal. And they forget it's not normal. So when they go down, sometimes we go on gym days out, and like as far as we're concerned, we're just a group of people going out for a bit of fun. But you just walk down the street and people are looking at you as some kind of freaks. It's weird because you don't in here. We're just normal.
Everybody has their choice in life, and if that's to be unhealthy, overweight, obese, that's their choice. Yeah. This is my choice. So. Just let me crack on with what I do.
After seeing how tough and committed the UK's bodybuilders, powerlifters and strongmen are, and experiencing firsthand exactly what they go through to train, I for one wouldn't want to stand in the way of them cracking on with what they do.
Why did Rome expand their empire? They had enough land to support themselves. They had half the world. But no, they kept pushing because they wanted more. Because more is greater, more is better, and will be remembered,
More weight, more size.
Size, more strength, more success, more trophies, you'll be remembered.